It's been a busy few days getting to the point of today. It really has. But we've got good volunteers, we've had a lot of help. The actual 40's event is organised by two other chaps. Starting of the year, starting the museum here, should we say. They said, you should have an event. And they went off and came back and was like, look, we've kind of organised this. Obviously with the big backfield there being able to be used, then plan was formed. And then, you know, September seemed ages away.
Always does.
Well, the sign of last week, it's like, it's happening. So hence painting signs, generally just moving stuff around and thinking, what do we need to do? This is our first event. It could be, it could go really well, or it could be really embarrassing. And I know for a fact we'll run out of bacon. So, we learn something every time we're open.
Not guilty.
Well, yeah, it's. I think it's been quite a success.
It's been a massive success. When you see all the cars that are parked up.
Well, I ain't seen any of this. I was thinking about sticking my drone up at some point.
Oh,
Yeah,
You should.
I never brought mine.
I put it up on Thursday, and there were like 2 people in the field. And just went to the back of the field, you could actually look along it. It's bigger than you think, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it's a big field. You need to get at least a photograph or a bit of footage of everything that's here all set up. But yeah, it's been a massive success. And if you, viewers, want to come to the next event, where do they keep an eye out?
We're on Facebook, RAF Snaith Museum. You know, that will find us, and any events or opening days will be on there. We're open every Sunday until November the 11th, 12th, wherever it falls. And then we'll be shut until Easter, while we get the paintbrushes out and do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Try and make the place better for next year.
Perfect.
Open again in Easter.
He's got a lady kind of tricky. Your scorching shirts my collars, but you'll never touch my waistcoat pistol. What can I do? I'm feeling kind of Limehouse Chinese laundry. Oh, Mr. Moon, what can I do? I'm feeling kind of Limehouse Chinese laundry.
This, viewers, is the famous Eddie Wood garage from the early days of Project Motorhome. That's Eddie's camper van there. Still being restored. There used to be a Merlin engine. I believe it's probably on display somewhere. There's a tail wheel off a Halifax in there. Got a model of a DC3, which is very good, and some broken engine bits. This is what Eddie does in his day job. He fixes machines, agricultural machines and lorries and things. Yeah, but currently Eddie is too busy for that, so he's an old school sort of engineer, but a lovely man as well. And that is a prop section from a Halifax, which would have been a, what was the engine? It was a big radial engine. He's got one here, we'll show you it in a bit. What was the engine on a Halifax, viewers? Leave a comment. My granddad, who is still alive, used to work on those engines. That is a prop from a Halifax that Eddie has painstakingly restored. We'll go check out the engine in a bit, but that is his famous garage. It's famous to me because he fixed my motorhome in it, over that very pit that's under there. And back out into the light, viewers. So that, viewers, is a Volkswagen LT pickup van, and there is the panel van version of it as well, not the Mat 5 Transit, that one, that's an LT. And those, I'd say, are the most robust vans that Volkswagen ever made. Yeah, they make new ones, but I mean the new Crafters are awesome. I love the Crafter. The new Crafter with the 8-speed automatic gearbox, convert it to a camper. But these were the ones, these were the vans that were like fully rebuildable. You know, you could take these apart with a socket set and rebuild them yourself. Not real deep into electronics either, they're just 12-volt feeds and negatives. Nice and basic, you can fix them on your drive. Good vans from a forgotten era now, the Volkswagen LT series, and a Mark V Transit in the middle. Quick note on the Mark V Transit that I sort of overlooked, that is actually a very rare Mark V four-wheel drive version. And I noticed just as I was looking at this panel van, it's got the four-wheel drive hubs, and I thought as it just got the four-wheel drive wheels, but you'll see here it's got the front axle there for the four-wheel drive system. That is a four-wheel drive Mark V Transit. Very rare. Now, they still do make four-wheel drive Transits, but there's not many on the road, and this is an example that is left behind here at Adie's garage. And these are Pip's there. Pip tells me these are all owned by a man called Jacob. LT vans, Mark V four-wheel drive Transit, very rare, and an LT pickup that's probably also very rare now. I'd actually quite like one of those on the road just because they're cool. I think they look cool. They're like they're a forgotten van now. Hey viewers, this isn't Project Motorhome. I'm here with Paul and we've just come across this. It's very similar to my motorhome. It's not the Besser car, but it is from Swift and it's about the same age. It's got the 2.8 engine, but it's a very similar design to mine, and if you have a closer look, it's got the gaming material there, the gaming material on the Poundland bag in the centre of the screen, and that is a very, very similar motorhome to ours on Project Motorhome. Yeah, the gaming material that Vicky bought. Yeah. So yeah, that's the one that, yeah, and there's the towing eye of the front cross member that Adie's changed for me. Well, that is the slightly different model from Swift Caravans, but it's not the Besser car, slightly different model. So now in the museum, viewers, I came in here a few years ago with Adie before he started the renovation, and these were just empty rooms that had been used for farming. I believe they'd kept pigs in these rooms, but now it is the museum. And we've got here Handley Page Halifax HR 936. There's a model of it, and then there's pieces that are left behind because Adie's got friends in places where they've got crashed aircraft and restored bits of aircraft. This is the story of this aircraft. So that is Ripskerk in the Netherlands. Fateful last journey there, information. And then some remaining parts of the aircraft. Some of the coolant system there. Something that looks like a magneto in there. We've got there butterfly valves there, part of the fuel and air system in the carburettor. There's some framework, from the engine framework. There we are, viewers. WAF there. That's what Dave would have been chasing around if he was here. Olive's room. Now these are the rooms I came in with AD when it was sort of stripped out, and he pulled all the floor out because it had additional floors in to raise it all up. And he stripped it all back, restored the windows and put some old artefacts in. And that's a photo of AD. Oops. There's something comical about a dog in a gas mask. And a horse in a gas mask. I've also been in this room with Eddie before it was all restored. It's now looking a lot nicer. You know, mess room. I've also been in this room with Eddie. It was all non. Oh wow, so that's Cirrus there. Cirrus, Blackburn Aircraft. They used to build engines in Cirrus building. And that was Blackheads at Brough. And they had a shed called Cirrus. And in about 1986, I was playing in the front garden at home on Springfield Ave. And I heard this long clattering and crashing and bashing and smashing of metal, glass from about a mile away, and it was the roof of Cirrus had collapsed. Because of the varying stories, there was a story that my dad said that the workers had put loads of scaffolding on the roof of the factory to do some work, and the extra weight of the scaffolding had actually caused the roof to collapse, and that's what happened. The roof did come down, but how and the structural failure of it, I'm not too sure. So I was only a kid at the time, but they had to re-roof Cirrus block, or the Cirrus hangar, and that was at Blackburn Aircraft in Brough, which is now sadly more or less closed. They don't build aircraft there anymore, and that was the oldest aircraft factory in existence. And that looks like a photograph of Elvington, which is well worth a visit. But come here first, come and see Eddie at the RAF Snaith Museum, and you can see this mess room for yourself. That is a Merlin engine, a V12 Rolls-Royce Merlin, and Eddie had that donated, or it's on loan. I'm not sure the exact reasonings he's got it, but he's got it, and that is a Rolls-Royce V12 Merlin engine right there. Yeah, and that's the radial engine that I was talking about. Bristol Hercules, I think they're called. And my granddad used to work on those when he was in the RAF. He was in the RAF in the late 40s and into the 50s. During his national service, then he worked at British Aerospace in Brough, where I was just talking about the Cirrus building collapsing. That happened in about 1986, I believe that happened. Please correct me in the comments if you know when the Cirrus building collapsed at Brough.
But the best part is, I know exactly when it last started. That's really good. I mean, we're probably the only bomber command site of museum that was squadron services. I think it's one squadron, it's still out.
We found Eddie.
Yep, I'm here.
There he is.
Guilty.
Is the man. And I don't know what to say now. It's just a just like a cutscene to prove that Eddie's actually here. He's been running around. He's
the
been.
Man, the myth, the person.
Yeah, he's been basically running the full show. So.
Right, Eddie, I've got to know this. Every time I watch your videos in the workshop, I always love the background shots of the LDV. What are we going to do with that?
Well, at the moment it's just holding that little red aeroplane up and acting as a shed. Unfortunately, I've just not had the time. But again, once I've got rid of the house and things and I've got a little bit more time on my hands, I will get on with it. But yeah, it's kind of stalled.
Yeah. I love a bit of LDV.
For 2 years now.
So we need to get that on the road.
We do.
Because then we can do a 1998 camper comparison between yours, mine, and I believe Chris has got an R-Edge motorhome as well. He's
Yes,
got
I think he has.
Yeah, they're all R-Edge, and you could come on your 1998 Cannondale, sleep in a tent.
My project mountain bike.
Yeah, but this is the van in question. It's actually featured on Project Motorhome in the background. Yeah, it's just, and that is it. That is the van. And if you viewers want to come to the next event, where do they keep an eye out?
We're on Facebook, RAF Snaith Museum. That will find us, and any events or opening days will be on there. We're open every Sunday until November the 11th, 12th, wherever it falls. And then we'll be shut until Easter, while we get the paintbrushes out and do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Try and make the place better for next year.
Perfect.
Open again in Easter.
There we go, and that's how to find 40's Museum, RAF Snaith Museum. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. We'll see you every Thursday, 4 PM UK time. Bye bye for now.